All right, guys. So you're welcome to another section of the ET Library tutorial series, and we're still focusing on data validation, respect to analyzing your data in Microsoft Word, Excel. So the other time we talked about the theoretical aspect, like something that you need to know the key point or the reason or understanding the need for what data, what validation. And we have a sample data over here, and we just want to play around with this data with respect to validating some of the information that we have in our table. Okay, all right. So anytime you want to validate your data, anytime you have information or set of data and you want to do several manipulations, when you check the tab that you have right here, the ribbon actually, you have data. Okay, so we have data over here. Then once you click on data, you have what? Data validation over here. Okay, so now let's let's study our data actually. So what we have over here, you realize that you could decide for yourself that you don't want, let's say the one entering the data to be typing them. So Ford to be typing the Ford, Chevy, Postmobile, and all those things. You don't want that person to be typing these things. All right, because maybe you might feel that the more the person types, we are going to have some errors in them. So you prefer that, oh no, there should be just a list, okay? A drop down something so that the person just select it. So if you know for sure that these are the only input that your data is going to, that your Excel sheet or your information is going to capture, then you are supposed to work around it and put all the information that you need over here or under this particular column in what list. This will prevent the one entering the data into your Microsoft Excel sheet. Let's say avoid some errors. So you study your data, then you ask yourself, how then do you want to validate this particular column or this section that is going to receive what the data. Okay, now you realize that what we have over here, looking at the values that we have over here, it ranges from 2 all the way to 5. Let's say basically you are not going to accept any, like the doors of the cars, you are not going to, or whatever, you're not going to accept anything like 6 or 7 all the way to 10. So you can work on this. You are going to validate the data, basically focusing on what? Whole numbers. All right, now looking at what we have over here, you can validate this section. You can say that decimal. So let's quickly move all the way to data tools under data, and let's click on data validation. We'll come back, we'll talk about what we have over here, but currently we would just want to focus on data validation. Okay, all right, so we have data validation. Now before that, before you come to this section, which there was something that we skipped, but I'm just going to show you something over here. So we have settings, we have input message, we have what? Error alert. Okay, so the settings, you are going to set whatever you want to perform the validation on. That is the validation criteria. So what are you going to focus? Are you talking about whole numbers, decimal, list, date, time, text length, custom? So you select any of these with respect to the information that you have in there in your cell. All right, now what we have over here is input message. So assuming I'm going to type, let's say Ford over here. Let's say before I type, just beside it, you see a short information informing me that, okay, this particular cell accepts only text. So you can put a title over here and you can put the message that you want your users or the one inputting the information to know or to be aware of. If they are values, you can say that, okay, notice this particular column only accept values that is between 2 to what? 5. Now we have error alert. That is when the user mistakenly didn't capture the right information in the cell. Instead of this section taking only whole numbers, or this section taking, let's say, decimal values, we now have gotten let's say text. And so the system should send an error alert. And we have different style. We have stop, we have warning, we have what information. And it depends on you. Basically, the stop, it means that the person must clean everything and work on it again. The warning is trying to let you know that what you are doing is not the right thing. Do you want to proceed? Fine, you can do that. Information just give you something. So you can try your hands on these things, okay? But we are just going to work on the stop. Whatever we do to the stop can be done to the warning and the information. That is the style. You put your title over here and the error message over here. Okay? All right, guys. So let's start moving. Wow. So before you perform your data validation on the column or a particular column over here, we're just going to highlight that side. So you can just highlight the, but we just want to, sorry, we just want to do a very basic thing over here. So let me just highlight, sorry. So from this side, uh, only up to this side. So I just want to validate this section, and I don't want the user to be typing. Now, I just want it to be a list, a drop-down list. Okay, so we just go to, after highlighting this section, I click on data validation, and I come to settings. All right, so I'm going to talk about lists. Okay, so the list, I'm going to type the information that I have over there. So first one with comma, all right? Then with another comma, all right? Then we have with another comma, with another comma. So you can do for the rest. So we have, and I believe captured everything. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Yeah. Okay, the last thing to capture. All right. So we hit on okay. That's all. So just validated this particular side. You can just go back and check. Oh, so all right. So that's what we have over here. We just click on OK and let's see. So we have the list over here. So you can select from that. Okay, you can select from that. So by default, let's look at what we have. It is actually set to stop. Okay, so it means that if I'm to enter something over here, let's say R, so hit it, retry, it means that I'm supposed to, so I can type the O or the P, you select that, I move on, I come to the next, and that's all. So you can do the same thing when it comes to the values. This one, as you see over here, yes or no, you can validate this side. You can validate everything that you see over here. All right. Yes. So what we have over here, we can go on. We can just highlight up to this side. We can say that okay, data validation. We have this, and we will just go ahead and just focus on decimal. Okay. All right. So we have decimal, and so you have your minimum and you have your maximum. So you look at what you have. So we have 19.95%. So you have 19.95 cities over here, 24.95 cities all the way to 24. Okay, so you have 34, that is the highest. So you can set that one to 19.95. Then we have all the way to, okay, so you have 39. Yeah, so 39.95. You have 39.95. Okay, so we can click on OK. All right. So let's try entering 40. That's the issue. So we have to cancel this one. Let's try entering. So we have 20. Fantastic. And that is what captured. All right. So As I said earlier on, if you have your data validation, so there's already this thing over there. So sorry for the slow. So you can, as I said earlier on, you can do a test on, let me close this thing, yeah, because there's already a validation over there. So assuming, okay, so let me use this one. Now we have done that of this side, we've selected any of these. So you can also select whole number also for this. Okay, then the minimum, so the minimum over here is 2. Maximum, let's say I can give 6. Then your input message. So notice saying that input values between two, give this one 6. So I have okay. All right. So that's what you see over here. Actually, yeah, that's what we did. So that is the input message. Then you can also do that for your error word message. Okay, all right. It means that let's try something 9. Okay, so I have an error message over here. So basically that is it for what data validation. Now, we're going to do another thing. That is, we're going to add this thing to what we did over here with some of the Excel database functions. So try as much as possible to watch the next video. Okay, thank you for watching this particular video. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, AT Library, and expect more from us. Thank you. Enjoy your day.